Back live at ARC Stadium, where we are at halftime with the Richmond Academy Musketeers leading the Aiken Hornets 24-7. AB, initial thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think the miscues have really hurt Aiken. You know, when they came out the first drive, they were really moving the football on Richmond and really shoving it down their throat a little bit. And when that drive stalled, they had the muff punt. ARC really took advantage, and ARC is playing with a lot of confidence. We talked about that coming in. And as the coach pointed out, they're taking some shots downfield because they got playmakers who they trust can make plays. And tonight, you know, DT Stevens has made a play, Gowdy's made a play, Williams and Knowles look good running the football. And, hey, this Richmond team's for real, I think.
Yeah, so far so good for the Musketeers. Other scores from around the area most games are either getting late in the second quarter or at the half. Of course, we had the couple of games that were played last night. Evans beat Laney 48-7. Harlem all over Warren County 48-16. Elsewhere around the area tonight, we have that Thompson-Jefferson game that we were talking about a little bit earlier on. And Jefferson has come back now and made that a 13-7 game. Thompson leads. That's the first quarter score is the last that we have. Burke County leading Washington County 9-3. That is the second quarter score. Lincoln County 13.
A little closer in that Burke game than I think some people thought it would be.
A little bit.
Washington County's hanging in there with them.
Lincoln County leading Grovetown 13-3 in the second quarter. We saw the Red Devils here on Game Night Live last week. Greenbrier 20-0 on Josie. That's first quarter score. Hephzibah leads Westside 14-7 in the second. Augusta Prep all over Loganville 22-0.
Update on that Augusta Prep score. It's down 35-0 at half.
Impressive showing, to be sure. Midland Valley leads Lugoff Elgin 14-12. That's in the second quarter. South Aiken 51-0 last night. A huge winner.
Well, that's
over Swansea.
Tonight. They pushed the start time.
Oh, that's right.
That
Yep.
Yeah, they pushed the start time up. That's why it's John, I understand why you thought that. It's already a final. No, they pushed the start time up there. Boy, South Aiken after that.
They look scary good.
Yeah. They look good offensively for sure. And kind of an odd score we got in the Fox Creek Silver Bluff game there, John.
5-0. Yeah. Fox Creek.
3-run shot and a 2-run shot. Fox Creek, the state champs in baseball last year. Lead it.
Oh, man. Yards and offense hard to come by at Fox Creek tonight as they lead Silver Bluff 5-0. And Augusta Christian up on Calhoun Falls 32-2. Another kind of odd score.
Another odd score there for sure.
That is a second quarter score.
They've been struggling. Good for them that they're having a good night tonight.
And this one just in, hot off the presses. Glen Hills leads Cross Creek 16-0. That game is at the half, and we have an update on Augusta Prep now 39-0 over Loganville. All right, so keep an eye on those games. And here again, it is Richmond Academy leading Aiken 24-7. The Richmond Academy Band is on the field. We'll listen to them as we take you to break. At halftime with Richmond Academy leading Aiken 24-7. The Richmond Academy Band just wrapping up a wonderful rendition of Starboy by the Weekend. Yeah.
Pretty impressive. I will say this, best band we've seen so far this year. Got a long way to go, but best band we've seen so far.
Although Lincoln County did do a tribute to Michael Jackson. That was pretty sharp.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
And the first week we didn't have any bands playing because we had such bad weather over in Petticoat Junction. As our director, Chris McCarthy, says, we were too busy swimming. Yeah, so much rain that night. We have some first half highlights to get to and take a look at how we got to this 24-7 score here at halftime. And we're going to attempt to do these with a monitor that is not currently functioning, so we're going to rely on our director, Chris McCarthy, to tell us what we're looking at.
There you go.
All right, so we start with the big defensive play that got the Musketeers going, the interception.
Yeah, Taylor with a nice heads-up play for ARC and a nice run back as well.
And that gave the offense a chance to get on the field. And we've talked about this quick strike Musketeer offense looked so good against Westside last week. Back at it again tonight.
Yeah, they certainly look good against Westside, and you're right, looking good tonight as well.
So that's the run that sets up Richmond Academy's first touchdown of the night.
And the first touchdown was a run. We talk about them going through the air, but they were able to punch it in on the ground for their first score.
And we've talked about Malik Knowles and the big week he had last week with 162 yards on the ground. He is well on his way to doing that again, as he has a 20-yard run there that got Richmond Academy going one more time.
Yeah, Knowles has thrown for 86 yards and 2 scores already.
So on pace. And there is his 20-yard run that set up another Richmond Academy score. And that is the long touchdown there.
And here's the long score.
And just when you thought Richmond Academy was going to run away and hide with this thing, here came Aiken and Jeremiah Green out of nowhere.
He ran away.
Yeah.
He ran away from the defense.
He split the middle of the defense, and off he went 35 yards for Aiken's first and so far only score of the night, which got them back within 10 temporarily at 10-7. And then that Richmond Academy defense really tightened things up.
Yeah, we had some good hits tonight, and this was certainly one of them.
And again, the Augusta Payne Center hit of the game will be named at the end of the game. And then, of course, right before the half, just when it seemed that Aiken was going to get into the locker room down just 10, tremendous turn of events.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a block punt as much as it was he ran into the punt accidentally because it was pretty low. McKay's had a tough night with his 2 punts, and that set up Richmond again, and they took advantage. Like I said, Coach Burns said they've taken advantage of their opportunities in the miscues by Aiken, for sure.
So that is how Richmond Academy ended up with the ball in point-blank distance to the end zone, and they punched it in for the final score to make it 24-7. And what a tremendous grab on that final touchdown.
Yeah, beautiful throw, too, by Cobb. He had 2 receivers out there. One got behind the defense, and Gowdy made a nice catch.
So that's how we got where we are, 24-7 here at halftime. Each week we like to pay a visit to our host school, learn a little bit more about what makes the place so special. AB and I have talked about Richmond Academy, no more historic school definitely in our part of Georgia, not in the state of Georgia, the 5th oldest school in the country. So we paid a visit to Richmond Academy this week for our high school spotlight.
It was originally a military academy, an all-male military academy. It has a unique distinction of being one of the places George Washington visited in his 1791 tour of Georgia.
West Point always says much of the history we teach was made by people we taught. Richmond Academy was teaching history before West Point even existed.
The last 200 years of our history, we've produced countless numbers of fantastic leaders. The legacy ARC is one of the things we're most proud of. We're trying to continue this legacy of achievement by expanding some of our programs to meet the new global challenges that we're facing. We're very proud of our International Baccalaureate Diploma program that we've had since 2003. We've recently expanded to offer the IB career-related program.
Every day I come here thinking that I'll have support and everyone, that I'm coming here for a great community around the school. And everyone that's around here is just nice, and it's just like family, just coming to a second home.
I feel like I'm part of a legacy. My mom, my dad met here, my grandmother and my aunt went here. So I feel like I have to keep it going, like the generations to come. Like my kids got to go here now.
I see our teachers make differences in students' lives every day.
Even at a softball game, you had custodians that were present in the ring watching our girls play versus the ladies.
I feel like I have a friend as a teacher.
When I do great things, I want to say, hey, Richmond Academy helped me get here.
I love ARC, and I've loved it since I walked through the doors. And I've loved it because of the people that are here.
And back live now at Richmond Academy with the Musketeers leading 24-7 here in the half. Your first half stats, and as you might expect, heavily weighted on the side of the Richmond Academy Musketeers, who ran the ball for 149 yards. Aiken had 109 yards themselves. 76 yards through the air for Richmond Academy, 25 for Aiken. So total yards, again, 225 for Richmond Academy, 134 for the Aiken Hornets.
Yeah, and individually, Mason Cobb kind of stepping up again this week like he did last week. 5 of 10 for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. Malik Knowles leads the way on the ground. 10 carries, 72 yards, 7.2 yards a carry. Any coach would take that. And also, Williams has looked good running the football when they put him back there in kind of the wildcat. 6 carries, 52 yards in the score. The big gun for Aiken has been Green. He's looked great. He has 78 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. That's basically been their offense.
So one of the things we like to do each week here at halftime is talk about the Greater Augusta Sports Council Ray Guy Punters of the Game, and they are standing by live on the field right now with Matt Lane. Matt.
That's right, John, here with the Augusta Sports Council Ray Guy Award Punters of the Game, and a very special guest tonight, actually the CEO of the Augusta Sports Council, our good friend Stacey Atkins. Can you just talk about what it means to be able to be involved here in the community and recognize local punters for the Augusta Sports Council?
Sure. Well, we're partnering with JBF for the first time this year. We recognize the Ray Guy Award nationally, at the collegiate level, but we wanted to do something locally and recognize some of our guys. Ray was from this area. We've done this award. This is our 18th year nationally, so we wanted to recognize some of the guys locally.
Yeah, I know each and every year with the College Football Award Show at the end of the college football season, the Ray Guy Award is obviously given out as a big award for all the punters across the nation. Can you talk about other things that you're involved in throughout the community? I know you guys are always involved with different stuff, and I know you have different things kind of coming up throughout the year.
Well, we actually stay busy all year round, but one of our largest events is coming up at the end of this month, Ironman 70.3. 3,600 athletes will be competing in the swim, bike, and run. Huge event, lots of people from all over the nation and internationally. So that's September 24th. We're still looking for a couple of volunteer spots that we have open, but it's an exciting time for us, and it's a good economic impact for our city.
Absolutely, and I always get tired just thinking about that event. I volunteered a couple of times, a lot of fun to get to see folks, like you said, throughout the nation come to Augusta for that one event. Without further ado, let's get to the awards. First, we're going to recognize Aiken, Austin McKay, the punter from Aiken High School. Go ahead and give you that award. And Austin, real quick, I know you're involved with a lot of different sports that you play at Aiken. Can you talk about this past summer, any kicking camps that you attended?
Well, I started out the year with Texas State. I did pretty good there, competed well. Then I moved on and went to Georgia State. But my favorite one, I was actually going to be able to get a private evaluation with Charleston Southern. And I loved the coaching staff there, and everybody was really nice, treated me good. So I fell in love with that school almost right away as I stepped on campus. So that was probably my favorite one.
Very good, very good. Well, I know you'll have a good rest of the year, and keep kicking them well. Not only a punter, but also a kicker as well. And now for ARC, want to recognize Judson Pickett. Judson's also a multi-sport player here at ARC. And Judson, real quick, what's your favorite part about being on the football team? All your friends from class each and every week.
I would say everyone's always excited. They're always pumping me up. The kicker, they always call me #1 kicker in the nation. But I don't know about that yet, but that's what I strive to be. So it's just exciting overall.
Yeah, very good, very good. Well, that's it for the Augusta Sports Council Ray Guy Award Punters of the Week. Want to thank Stacey Atkins for making it out tonight. And each and every week you can catch us down here on the field giving the awards out. Back to you, John.
All right, Matt, and congratulations to both of those super young men. We are almost ready for the second half kickoff. Before we do that, we'll take one more time out and come back with the second half, 24/7. ARC leads Aiken on Game Night Live.